Hey everyone, welcome back to another video और आज के इस दिन में मैं बेसिकली ये डॉक्यूमेंट करूँगा हाउ आई एम यूजिंग ConvertKit as my go-to email marketing tool. अब thanks to you all for liking my previous video on how I design and create lead magnets and you know as promised I'll show this video. I'll publish this video if I get 10 likes on that video. So thank you and here we are. So basically मैं ConvertKit I've been using this for the past couple of years because मैं Udemy और Skillshare पे मैंने पहले कुछ courses पहले publish किए थे and वहाँ पे I was leveraging this platform to send out my lead magnets and build a genuine audience so that I can get their email list and to promote my other courses. But यहाँ पे I am using another account just because I am trying to build a community on YouTube and also to send out occasional email newsletters and promotional stuff to my potential NetMafia clients. So I have some other plans as well, besides just giving out lead magnets to you all who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, but also to people who will be following on my social media profiles. So I have two different kinds of I have segmented कि जो मेरी audience YouTube पे है, those are the people who are actually looking for some kind of mentorship, and they are people who are actually running or want to run web design or SEO agency or any SMMA agency, and they're just looking for some kind of guidance or some kind of a, I would say, work vlog that how exactly it would look like if we just start into this kind of a work. So YouTube audience is completely different. I'm not going to sell my NetMafia services like my SEO and web design services. You all are just there to be with my building in public journey. अब यहाँ पे I'm giving out some lead magnets just so that I can send out newsletters and just whatever I'm documenting, जो भी मैं documentation, video documentation कर रहा हूँ, it is all the things that I am practically using, and I am just filming this so that even you can get some value out of it. Even if you are getting some value and you are learning a thing or two from it, then I don't find any issue with it. But email से मेरा ये intention होगा to you all just to send out that जो भी my personal experiences like in the past, whatever I want to share with you, I'm planning to do that so that I can build more connection with you all. I can build some kind of a genuine bond with you all, so that it's a strong community amongst all the other agency owners. So I would like to kind of start that kind of a that mission that all of us are together and we'll crack this, we'll win in this journey of this agency ownership and running and building a successful online agency. So you all are completely different kind of an audience, and people who will be following on my social media profiles like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, those are the people, the content that I will make and distribute wo hogi just to educate them about what is SEO, how it can benefit them, what are the things that they should do about web design and things like that, which will actually target local businesses and someone who wants to build and scale their online presence. So वो टाइप की ऑडियंस मेरी completely different हो गई. Although I'll be using the same platform which is ConvertKit with the same account, but I'll be using for two different purposes. To you all, it will be newsletters, daily newsletters or weekly. I have not figured out yet, but I'm building my email list as of now. I don't have any audience on YouTube, neither on my social media profile. So currently, what audience I actually have are the people who have already enrolled in my Udemy and Skillshare courses. So those are the people who are from different parts of the world. उनको हिंदी नहीं समझ में आती, and they are not necessarily looking to buy any of my SEO services or web design services. Neither are they running any SMMA or web design or SEO agency. So I'm not trying to mix everything here and there. जो मेरी audience है courses में, I have other account for that, and I've been using that account for the past 2-3 years to send out my promotional emails, just to sending out any updates about the course has had and things like that. But you all, it will be different. जो मेरी social media पर profile होगी, for them I'll be pitching them my SEO services, my web design services and things like that. तो यहाँ पे, as you can see, I'm on the home page or the dashboard of my ConvertKit, and the first thing that I will do is I'll just go to grow and I'll click on landing pages and forms. अब यहाँ पे many people might have this kind of confusion कि landing page और form में difference क्या होता है. तो just to make it super simple, form is basically kind of a pop-up form जहाँ पे कोई भी अगर आप website पे land करते हो, like it's a blog page or a home page of any website, within a matter of few seconds, you might be shown up a pop-up form that send out, enter your email address and your name, and you'll get this free checklist, something like that. So that's kind of a form. It is like a form which will be presented in an inline format or a model format, or in a pop-up format, whatever it is. But you need an existing website. It could be custom coded with the help of a CMS tool like WordPress or Wix or Shopify, whatever the case is. Form वहाँ पे यूज होता है जहाँ पे you already have a website and you want to attach this kind of an opt-in form so that you can send out the lead magnets and collect the email addresses of the people. Landing pages is completely different. Landing page is completely transactional based. You actually have one single page website, not exactly website. When you talk about a single page site, it's called more like a landing page, because here you are, the intention behind running that page is to get some kind of a transaction, whether you are actually selling a product or a service or just giving out your freebie. Okay, so landing page can come in handy when you do not have a website, या फिर उनके लिए काम आ सकता है जहाँ पे the website that they actually have and the freebie that they are trying to provide does not align with each other. Like for instance, for my case, when I'm offering the freebies and lead magnets for the people who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and are watching my videos, तो जो भी freebie मुझे provide करनी है, I'm not going to be putting up as a form in my website, because मेरी website purpose is to sell my SEO and web design services. But for you all, the people watching my YouTube videos, you're not going to purchase my SEO and web design services. Although it might come across as bonus or something like a jackpot if that happens, but I'll be creating a landing page. So you should be clear with the purpose and what you're trying to do. So यहाँ पे I'll just create a new landing page. Although I do have two pages which are formed with this account, जो कि by default आ रहे हैं, one with the light theme and another with the dark theme. But I'll just create a new one, and as soon as I click on it, I can get an option to choose between one of them. And here I have pre-made templates which I can make use of. और यहाँ पे I can make use of custom as well, but I'll have to code it with the help of HTML and CSS, although I can. And with the help of ChatGPT, it's pretty much simple to do, but I'll just make use of any of the existing one. तो यहाँ पे I can just select, यहाँ पे categories भी है, like you want to create a landing page for a newsletter, for a podcast, to sell out a product, or it's an ebook. So I can just select ebook with this because this is what I'm trying to do. And I can just select this mission kind of one, which is pretty much, good in terms of the design template. So let me just see. And this is pretty much what I would like to use. So I'll just click on choose. And यहाँ पे मैं preview भी कर सकता हूँ कि how it would look like on a desktop mode or a mobile mode and things like that. तो यहाँ पे I can change the preview cover. Instead of this, I can choose any other thing. I can change the title, the subtitle, I can change the color scheme and things like that. Instead of just asking and collecting email address, I can also add one more thing, which is the name. So I'll just shift this to the right hand side, and here as the field, I can select the first name. So next time when I'm sending out the newsletter or any of the broadcast email, I can make the emails very personalized. यहाँ पे I can make use of the dynamic custom field, which will be first name. तो मैं double curly brackets में first name डाल के I can just address that particular person. So this is what I can do. I'm not going to go into nitty gritty about designing and things, because I can do later on. I am just trying to document this just to show that what kind of tool I'm using and how am I using it to my advantage. So once I've created this, what I want to do is यहाँ पे मुझे एक incentive provide करना है to the person who will be opting in to this landing page. So I'll just click on the settings part, और यहाँ पे I have a general part which will show this kind of a message once someone clicks on the subscribe button after filling in their first name and email address. Once that happens, we do not want to redirect to an external page, because if you want, you can do that as well. कई बार क्या होता है कि maybe let's just say that you are running some kind of a flash sale where there is a landing page for a particular product which is currently in out of sale, and then you have put in a form that fill out your email address and your name and phone number, and once the product is in stock, will notify you. And in the meantime, once they subscribe that, you will be redirecting them to another page where you can suggest some other products that they can purchase in the meantime, right? So, but for now, I don't find the need to do it. So I'll just go to the other option, which is domain name. अब यहाँ पे, since I created this account with the help of my own website, my own business email, and then I can also select my custom domain. So यहाँ पे as you can see netmafia.ck.page is something which ConvertKit has actually added its own extension. If I want to actually verify my domain, और मुझे अगर कल को I have to send out these broadcast emails and I want this landing page to be hosted on my domain, which is netmafia.co.in, then in order to do that, I'll have to go to the account settings of my ConvertKit, where I can just click here, click on settings, and once I come here, I just have to click on domains. Once I come here, as I scroll down, I'll get an option to hide and show this DNS records. तो जो भी DNS records है, you'll get it right here, which will be different types. यहाँ पे type A होता है, C host होता है, and many different things. And जो values होती है, the IP address, which you'll have to copy and paste it in their CDN settings. अब क्योंकि I am using Hostinger as my go-to hosting provider and my domain was also purchased from Hostinger, I can just copy each and every value and I'll just go to my Hostinger. Hostinger में login करने के बाद I'll just go under domains. Domains में I'll have to select a bunch of different domains that I have and come under DNS and name server settings. As I come here, I'll have to add this particular value point and I'll have to add this record. और ये करने के बाद you can see it will get added right here. और करने के बाद ये तीनों records add करने के बाद I'll have to click on verify. Once I click on verify, अब इसको time लग सकता है depending on the TTL time जो seconds है, like 14,400 seconds, तो it might take some time to do that. So 24 hours के बाद I can just click on verify and it will verify my domain. Fine. So ये तो बात हो गई to just verify domain if you already have one. If not, you can just make use of any of the ConvertKit's own domain extension. अब यहाँ पे I know many of you might question me that why didn't I choose any other email marketing tool like MailChimp or there are so many other tools. But the best part about ConvertKit is that यहाँ पे जो free plan है, it allows you to add about 1,000 subscribers for free of cost. You can pretty much use all of the features that it provides. Only some of the advanced ones, which are automations like visual automations, selling any applications, adding any RSS or setting up any rules, automation rules, वो सारी चीज़ें आपको पेड प्लान में मिलती है, which you get about 14 days of access to it once you create the account. But I don't find any need to do it as of now because I don't have any audience as of now. तो बेसिकली मैं यहाँ पे जस्ट डोमेन सिलेक्ट करने के बाद what I'll do is यहाँ पे I can even add any page URL extension if I want. If not, I can just go ahead with it. But right now I'll just select this as lead swift email sequence. अब क्योंकि ये page URL I cannot leave this blank space. I have to add hyphens. So email sequence is what I'm going to add and I'll just click on add. ये add करने के बाद this will be my URL extension. Fine. अब यहाँ पे मैं इससे लैंडिंग पेज का नाम भी चेंज कर दूंगा सो दैट जो भी मेरा लैंडिंग पेजेस की लिस्ट होगी वहाँ पे आई विल फाइंड आउट एंड आई विल कम टू नो दैट ओके दिस इज़ फॉर माय लीड स्विफ्ट ईमेल सीक्वेंस लैंडिंग पेज. फाइन. अब ये करने के बाद आई वांट टू ऐड एन इंसेंटिव. सो इंसेंटिव में आई कैन ऐड वंस आई क्लिक ऑन डाउनलोड. सो आई विल हैव टू चूज अ फाइल एंड आई विल जस्ट क्विकली गो ओवर द लीड स्विफ्ट PDF email sequence that I built. यहाँ पे it will take some time to upload as you can see. ये upload हो जाने के बाद I can just come under advanced, but before I go I'll have to click on edit email contents. So what this means that when someone clicks on subscription, that means when someone clicks on subscribe, what happens is basically उन्हें उनके जो email address जो उन्होंने input किया था वहाँ पे they'll get a confirmation email that okay we want to verify that the email that you entered is actually legit or not. क्योंकि यहाँ पे कई बार क्या होता है कि people want to get the freebie without actually entering their personal details like the name and email address. And I completely get it. People don't want to disclose their personal information. They don't want a bunch of spam emails. But as a creator, we want to build some kind of an audience. We want to build genuine connections with you all. So यहाँ पे to send out and authenticate that whether the person who opted in is legit or not, यहाँ पे you send out the incentive email जहाँ पे the subject line could be get your lead swift email sequence, get your lead swift email sequence template. All right. और यहाँ पे I'll add an emoji in the end which will be some kind of a this. Okay. और यहाँ पे कंटेंट्स भी मैं कुछ चेंज कर सकता हूँ, बट फॉर नाउ आई जस्ट कीप इट एज इट इज. आई कैन चेंज द color of this button. I can change the text of the button as well. Something like download your PDF now. Download your PDF now. I can change the color and so on. Fine. ये करने के बाद I can just click on save. Once I click on save, I can just go over to advanced. अब advanced में there are a few things that some people might want to do it. Some people like me do not want to do it. Like यहाँ पे captcha भी है. Like if someone is making use of some kind of script to just instantly keep on filling up the lead in opt-in forms. तो वहाँ पे you have to make use of this kind of a reCAPTCHA जहाँ पे you have to do some kind of human verification, right? But doesn't make sense. SEO and analytics is something which if you want your landing page to show up on the Google SERPs, then you should do the title, description, add image connected with your Google Analytics and so on. But for now, I just don't want to do it. So I'll just click on save. ये save करने के बाद I can just click on publish and publish. ये हो गया मेरा, it's done. If I just click on copy this URL and if I come here and if I paste this URL, let's see what happens. So right here you can see मैं यहाँ पे email भी डाल सकता हूँ, but one thing it did not happen is मुझे यहाँ पे name भी add करना था. You can see right here first name भी मुझे add करना था, तो this will be required. So let me add this as a required field. And what other thing I would want, this is a custom field. Fine. ये फर्स्ट नेम जो है वो एक कस्टम फील्ड में स्टोर हो जाएगा एंड ईमेल एड्रेस भी एक कस्टम फील्ड है, राइट? आई जस्ट क्लिक ऑन सेव अगेन. आई क्लिक ऑन पब्लिश. आई कॉपी द लिंक एंड आई पेस्ट इट इन अनदर टैब. आई एम नॉट क्वाइट श्योर व्हाई इट डिड नॉट शो अप. जो फर्स्ट नेम है वो आना तो चाहिए था आइडियली, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर व्हाई इट इजंट शोइंग अप. इफ आई एंटर माई ईमेल एड्रेस एंड आई क्लिक ऑन सब्सक्राइब, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर दिस विल वर्क. बट यहाँ पे मैं ये चेंज करूँगा URL फॉर श्योर लेटर ऑन. सो अगर आप ये कॉपी करके अगर आप ये URL अपने ब्राउजर पे टाइप कर रहे हो तो इट वोंट वर्क बिकॉज आई विल बी एडिटिंग दिस लेटर ऑन. अनदर थिंग दैट आई वुड लाइक टू डू इज, क्योंकि मैं ये सेम अकाउंट यूज़ करूँगा to offer freebies and collect email addresses from YouTube subs and also my social media followers, I'll have to tag them and categorize them that this is my YouTube audience and this is my social media audience. So in order to do that, I'll just click on grow, click on subscribers, and यहाँ पे tags में you can see I've created 2 tags, social media followers and YouTube subs. अब इससे होगा ये कि जब कोई भी subscribe कर रहा है मेरे particular landing page से, it will show up their name, their email address, the date when they opted in the form, and using which particular landing page they opted in. तो मुझे ये सारी चीज़ें यहाँ पे दिख जाएगी and I can just select each and every one of the email addresses and categorize them under each and every tag. इससे होगा ये कि next time I'm sending out any broadcast email, I can only send out to those people who I want to target it to. Like if I'm sending out any weekly or daily newsletter sharing my personal experiences and my life learning and life lessons that I've learned so far, if I want to share it just with the YouTube subs, I can just tag it and only to those people that email will be sent. But जो भी मेरे social media followers हैं उनको वो email नहीं जाएगा. So that's the reason why I have created this tags and I can make use of it. Another way to automatically categorize them, I'll need a creator account. But since I am on a creator account for a 14-day free trial, I'll just show you all. क्योंकि अगर किसी को creator plan खरीद के they want to make use of some kind of automation, they can do that. So यहाँ पे I'll just click on visual automations. ये क्लिक करने के बाद I can just select new automation और यहाँ पे I can just select search और start from scratch. ठीक है, अब start from scratch करने के बाद होगा ये कि I can just click on start building completely new. I'm not making use of any of the templates. अब यहाँ पे automations में there is no limit like बहुत ही एडवांस चीज़ें हैं. मैं बस ये बेसिक चीज़ें बता रहा हूँ कि अगर कोई भी आपके फॉर्म या लैंडिंग पेज पे आ रहा है सम विच इज़ यूट्यूब सब, जहाँ पे जो अभी मैंने लैंडिंग पेज जो बनाया विच इज़ ऑफरिंग लीड स्विफ्ट ईमेल सीक्वेंस टेम्पलेट, तो वो मेरी यूट्यूब ऑडियंस के लिए है. तो व्हेन समवन डायरेक्टली ऑप्ट्स इन, तो एट दैट टाइम इटसेल्फ आई वांट टू कैटेगराइज देम एंड टैग देम एज यूट्यूब सब्स काइंड ऑफ अ टैग. So I can just select that when someone joins any form. So here I can select lead Swift email sequence. I can add an event that you want to add them in an action. अब action क्या लेंगे कि add it in a tag. अब कौन से tag में? YouTube subs में. तो just add this particular action and this is what you actually want to do. बस ये 2 simple चीज़ें करनी है and you won't have to manually tag them and categorize them into different tags. Fine. बस यही था आज के इस वीडियो में. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, please make sure you leave a like and you don't forget to check out how I created my lead magnet and how I designed it. And also, if you want to check out how I did cold calls in the past, make sure you click on this video and see how I do cold calls, and you can get the exact cold call script.